presentation, you will know the following. Comparison and contrast about scientific method and creationist method. Number 2. Advantage and disadvantage of every method. Number 3. Which is better and why? And lastly, number 4. Give 3 examples of each wherein you can apply these methods. Comparison and contrast. Scientific method. What is science? It's the human endeavor to discover the structure of the world and the laws that govern making. And now, what is scientific method? Scientific method search for pattern and laws to explain the hidden order underlying the natural world. Comparison and contrast. Creationist method. From the word creation, what is creationism? The religious belief that nature and aspects such as the universe, earth, life, and human originated from the supernatural acts, divine creation. Now, what is creationist method? Creationist method is a person who believes that the world was made by God exactly as described in the Bible and does not accept the theory of evolution. Now, advantage of scientific method. First, reliable at finding truth. Better technology to the use of scientific method. Result and unprejudiced and repeatable by anyone and anywhere. And improve ability to predict things that happen in nature. And lastly, conclusion are testable. Let's tackle about the advantage of creationist method. The creationist method, a word that provides an assurance, warranted or not, of knowing the answer to the most important question of human life. And for the second, a high degree of social conformity or meaning, giving in the idea of the Bible gives comfort or ease to feel that you belong to the society since you have the same belief. Now, let's tackle the disadvantage of scientific method. First, science only provides us with an incomplete picture of the world. Nothing has full knowledge of the world and science cannot prove everything. And lastly, mass subject matter of psychology can be observed so it can't be measured accurately. For the disadvantage of creationist method. Creationist method, it doesn't answer any question and no evidence supporting it. It ignores the reality of nature and explain it focusing in spiritually or made up stuff from the past. And lastly, isn't interested in sharing the stage with science since they always make conflict with it. Now, which is better to use and why? I do believe that science is much better in terms of giving a more understandable explanation to things that we don't, while it also gives the proofs and evidence, while religion is more on what was written long before, like with what the Bible says, but it doesn't have that explanation that is understandable, and sometimes even it doesn't make sense. And I am open-minded, and I think creationism would also have a point, but more on behavior spiritually than what is scientifically explained. Now, 3 examples or situation of each wherein you can apply this method. For the number 1, the growth of trees. It doesn't magically grow out of nowhere. We know the cycle and the cause of it since we learned it from the science. Number 2, the evolution, that we have progressed from a more inferior species like the apes or gorillas. Number 3, lastly, in general, if we to better understand something like the formation of storms, Science has already created a way of knowing how powerful it is or the direction is going. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.